You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion. Delivered by conflicting media reports, we connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. National Beano Day. I'm sorry, Beans and Franks Day. I guess if you have the beans and Franks, you need the Beano. Just throw that out there for you. I have been called a peasant once or twice, or maybe more. I like the beans and Franks. My wife laughs at me most of the time, but I even get to the point that you'll love this one. I am a peasant. Hamburger Helper. I love Hamburger Helper. Little turkey meat in there. I don't know where I come up with that from Beans and Franks Day, but now there is some confusion out there, and Josh had to set me straight on this one. I saw that historically, the third Thursday of July is National French Fry Day, but it didn't make sense. And when Josh set me straight here, it makes sense. They've moved it. There was an uprising from some of the fast food restaurants. They wanted Friday to be on Friday, which makes a lot of sense. So the bottom line is, I guess we have to celebrate twice. Third Thursday and Friday. So if you're wondering why does some people think it's Friday, well, that's the answer to that question right there. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. Again, another one of those rocky days. It's come back a little bit. The Dow Jones is up 62.91. S&P 500 is up 27.76. NASDAQ is up 164. And oil is up 36 cents per barrel. So that one's still going up. I'm sure the president slept through the low prices, did not fill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Gasoline prices moving up. California, $4.90 a gallon. Ow! Continually moving up. We got to get back to that. I guess the idea is to see how quickly can we get to that $6 price that we were paying last year, same day. Unbelievable. But hey, you know something? We've got all the oil. We just don't have the desire from the administration to let us drill it. $4.95 in Washington. They lead the country. Josh, you're $4.20. You've stayed at $4.23 for a long time. But then again, I guess it's because in Nevada, they don't add more taxes and fees all the time like we do here in the formerly Golden State. Beginning of July, we added some more taxes and fees. So we had to get, I think that were $1.12 a gallon in taxes and fees. Unbelievable. And the governor says it's the oil companies that are taking advantage of the people. Yeah, right, Mr. Governor. And he wants to do the same problems to the rest of the country as he decides he's going to run for president. I'm sure he's going to run. We'll see what happens. Joe doesn't know that he's not running yet, so he thinks he is. But did you notice the pictures of him last weekend out there on the beach? Now, most candidates are out there going out and campaigning. Not Joe. He had to go to Delaware and be out there on the beach And ironically enough, not only was he on the beach, he had his photographer with him. Now, maybe that was the same photographer that was supposed to be watching the White House, because the Secret Service came out and said they can't figure out, or they're not going to tell anybody, one or the other, whose cocaine that was in the White House. So, I guess if you want to do coke, go to the White House. I guess that's the answer there, because nobody's watching. What does that say to the drug cartels? Because we're worried about our kids all the time with the fentanyl problems and other drugs getting laced with fentanyl. What do you think's happening with that right now? Do you think cocaine could be laced with fentanyl? I don't know. I don't do drugs. I never have. So it's just not one of those things that I'm into. But that's just one thing that we're watching right now. Hey, what else is going on in the news? 84% of retirees are making this RMD mistake. What is an RMD? That's their required mandatory distribution that once you hit age 70 and a half, or required minimum distribution, that once you hit 70 and a half, you have to take that out of your retirement funds. Not if you do it the right way, like we've talked about on Ron Siegel Radio for many, many years. This is money that you're putting in that 401k or 403b or whatever the plans that you have that are deferring the interest so it can charge you more. Yes, I said it. That's the idea of it. The 401k is geared to charge you more interest than if you follow the right guidance. Now, I don't sell the product. I talk about it. You've got to talk to your financial advisor and see if it's suitable for you. But why not looking into a high cash value life insurance policy, maybe an index universal life that has a guarantee so you don't lose money, and it also might have an opportunity to grow tax deferred because you're buying insurance and you borrow the money so it comes out on a tax advantage basis. Again, I don't sell the product, but does that sound to you a little bit like a 401k, other than the fact that the money goes in after tax, unless it is a company benefit? So just watch some of these there are other alternatives for retirement planning. And I'm hoping you're listening and watching some of these things. We've got our friend, I think a week from Wednesday, our friend Todd Halterman will be on with us. I don't even know what's the date of that is, but if I was good in math, I would know. I think it's a week from Wednesday. Is that the 26th, I think? Something like that. Todd Halterman will be on, and he talks a lot about how to disinherit the IRS, how we can possibly get our retirement plans done, not paying the IRS any more than we absolutely have to. Nothing illegal. We don't talk about the illegal ways of doing things on Ron Siegel Radio. But there are some very, very legal methods that you can help yourself, help your family. So we watch all of those for you. The inflation data came out again. The Federal Reserve is still gonna cause problems for us, but we'll talk about that in the Mortgage Minute when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. How remote work expands your home buying horizons. Can credit repair companies remove collections? How public service loan forgiveness works. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. RSRNoDebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to RSRNoDebt.com. RSRNoDebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit RonSiegelRadio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And don't forget, make sure you get a hold. If you're in either in the real estate industry or thinking about buying or selling a house, every morning we're posting a document, we share a document, rsrmarketminute.com. It's basically a breakdown of what's going on in the mortgage world. And again, we do this every morning. If you go to rsrmarketminute.com, you can actually sign up to get that emailed to you. It's on our social channels as well, but the email goes out first, rsrmarketminute.com. Every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates. They do not tell us APR, points paid, points received. These are actual locked rates with consumers across 42% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. Clean sweep. Every one of the loan products that we monitor here was down for the day yesterday. 30-year conforming was down 6.848. 30-year jumbo down 7.083. 30-year FHA down 6.755. 30-year USDA loans down 6.704. And the best loan on the market, that would be the 30-year VA loan. That was down 6.588. So every one of them down on the market. That's the one area that we really like to see red when Josh posts this each day. Love to see this red mark right on there. So that's where the markets are. Let's take a look and see what's going on today. We've got the 10-year Treasury down 9 basis points. This was over 4 a few days ago. Now it's at 3.777. The S&P 500 is up 2661. Mortgage-backed securities are up 44 basis points. That means interest rates are down right now. So we like that. Again, another day down. What's driving them? The Producer Price Index, as we talked about earlier this week. June Producer Price Index report showed that overall producer inflation increased by 0.1% in June, which was even lower than the 0.2% expected increase. Year over year, producer inflation fell from a downwardly revised 0.9 to only 0.1%. Basically, prices are flat on the producer level. This was also much lower than estimates of 0.4 and the lowest level since August 2020 when it was negative. Essentially, there is really no wholesale inflation from last year. Core rate, for those that don't need food or energy, rose 0.1%, also 1/10 lower than the estimates. Year over year, core inflation declined from a downwardly revised 2.6 to 2.4, which was cooler than estimates of 2.6. Bottom line, producer inflation is extremely low levels and can lead to lower consumer inflation, as producers can either pass on the savings or capture more margin. The Fed has to be pleased with both the CPI and the PPI readings for June, but they will still be hiking later this month, July 26th. They're going to continue with their increasing of interest rates.
Such an idiot. Such an idiot.
And you wonder why the Fed always overdoes all these things. So they're going to continue with the hiking July 26th, again by 25 basis points. Question is, what are they going to do in the September meeting? And right now, the futures market is saying 80% chance they will not hike again at that September meeting, but you never know what the Fed's going to do. Richmond Fed President Barkin yesterday, who made his comments before the CPI or PPI points, he said if you back off inflation too soon, it comes back strong, and that it requires the Fed to do even more. Yes.
Such an idiot. Such an idiot.
Unbelievable.
Such an idiot.
Hard to believe these guys. We'll see if Fed members change their tune after the big drops in inflation. One of the items that we also watch on a regular basis is the Cass Freight Index, Cass Freight Transportation Index. Index fell 1.9% last month and is a good gauge of the health of the economy, as all goods need to be transported in some fashion. This index has been moving lower and historically has been an early recession indicator. Expenditures component, which measures shipping costs, fell almost 3% last month and is down 25% from last year. This speaks to lower shipping costs for producers and lower inflation overall, which lines up with the very low PPI report. Initial jobless claims. Initial jobless claims measures individuals filing unemployment benefits for the very first time. Fell 12,000 to 237,000. While this drop didn't help bonds and appears to show a stronger labor market, don't forget, this is the July 4th holiday week, and maybe some folks did not, report. Zillow Home Price Index. This one reported home values rose 1.4% in June. Wow. Very strong gain follows a 1.4% rise in May. Home values have now risen 4.7% this year and are now at their highest level on record. The pace for 2023 calendar year is at a very strong 9.4%. We now see Zillow, Black Knight, and FHFA showing all-time highs for home prices. So much for the housing crash. So much for Chapman University saying prices are going down 11%. Sorry, Chapman, I love you. You're my alma mater, but unfortunately, a little bit of incomplete information at their economic forecast. So Chapman, still not quite where we want them to be. So that's the information that we have for you right there. That's the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva has the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. Let's see if we can do a Borrow Smart segment. And we're doing a lot of these right now just because there are so many people that are going to be affected. 31 million workers, 31 million workers are going to be affected by student loans. Borrow Smart segment brought to you by RSR, studentloanhelp.com, RSR, studentloanhelp.com. Are you in the throes of uncertainty trying to grapple with the labyrinth of student loan management? Be assured, my friends, you're not alone. Hey, it's Ron Siegel, your go-to expert for the A to Z of student loan assistance with extensive experience and in-depth knowledge. My team and I at ronsiegelradio.com and RSR, studentloanhelp.com are ready to help you demystify the intricate world of student loans. Student loan confusion, let's clarify. Understanding student loans can be overwhelming due to its complicated nature, making it easy to feel lost. However, effective student loan management boils down to three primary elements: understanding your loans, determining the right repayment plan, and staying organized. Let's start with understand your loans. First step to successful student loan management is understanding what type of loans you have. There are numerous varieties, such as federal loans, private loans, subsidized loans, and unsubsidized loans, each with their unique repayment terms and interest rates. By familiarizing yourself with these details, you're setting the foundation for effective loan management. Choosing the right repayment plan. Every student loan has several repayment options, and choosing the right one can make a significant difference in your financial health. Some plans base your monthly payments on your income, while others allow for graduated or extended repayments. Analyzing your personal financial situation and long-term goals will help determine the best plan for you. Stay organized. Student loan management is not a one-time task. It requires diligent tracking and staying updated with loan payments, interest rates, potential tax advantages. A well-maintained record-keeping system will help you stay on top of your loan management and pave the way for a smoother financial journey. Bottom line, don't let student loan confusion become a hurdle in your path to financial freedom. At RSR, studentloanhelp.com, we are dedicated to offering personalized guidance tailored to your unique circumstances. Ready to turn the tide in your favor? Let's get started on your student loan management journey today. Visit rsrstudentloanhelp.com for clear, uncomplicated assistance. Remember, effective student loan management is only a few clicks away. Let us help you unravel the mystery and step towards financial independence. Remember, you don't have to face this alone. Together, we can make sense of this complicated world of student loans and pave the way for your financial success. Get started with us today. Now, remember, whatever you do, please don't go to some of these different sources that are out there and refinance from a federal student loan to a private student loan. It will bite you in the rear end. And as one person just found out, it's costing them over $3,000 a month extra because they didn't do it the right way. $3,000 a month extra by not doing this the right way. So I'm just throwing it out there to you. Be careful. Be really, really careful. So, and you get a free consultation when you go to rsrstudentloanhelp.com. A free consultation right there. And the bottom line is there might even be a way to retain the company that we partner with and get that service reimbursed to you from Ron Siegel Radio. So let's chat about these things. So it may not cost you anything to get great service and great expertise. That's the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by RSR, studentloanhelp.com, RSR, studentloanhelp.com. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets, how remote work expands your home buying horizons. Can credit repair companies remove collections? How public student loan forgiveness works, and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. 1990, the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com. Great tool, rsrmoney.com. Monitor your credit, bank, assets, even let you know what the value of your real estate is. Value of that real estate. 4 different sources on there. 3 of them are really good. Plus, we want to know, we know you want to look at Zillow, so we're going to give you that one as well. 97% of the properties available for sale across the country, they are there as well. So rsrmoney.com, how remote work expands your home buying horizons. Even as some companies transition back into the office, remote work remains a popular choice for many professionals. So if you currently enjoy working from home or hope to be able to soon, you're not alone. According to a recent survey, most working professionals want to work either fully remote or hybrid. This trend is good news if you're looking to buy a home because a remote or hybrid work setup can help you overcome some of today's affordability and housing inventory challenges. More work flexibility equals more home options. Remote or hybrid work opens up a full world of opportunities. That's because it allows you to broaden your search for your next home, since you're no longer limited to living close to your workplace. With the freedom to work from anywhere, you can explore more affordable areas that may be located farther away from bustling city centers or your office. This flexibility can be a game changer, while higher mortgage rates are making it difficult for some home buyers to afford a home. An article from the New York Times highlights how remote work can greatly assist you in overcoming that challenge. Quote, take advantage of the opportunity remote work has presented to move to more affordable communities, either farther out in the suburbs or in another part of the country, unquote. And since the supply of homes for sale is still so low, another key challenge for you today may be finding something with all of the features you want and need. Because remote work allows you to broaden your search radius to include additional areas, you may actually have less trouble finding a home with the features you want the most, because you'll have a bigger pool of options to pick from. Working remotely gives you the flexibility to find an affordable home with the features you want. In other words, you have a better chance of getting what you need without blowing your budget. Bottom line, working remotely not only gives you more flexibility in your job, but also presents a great chance to broaden your search for a home. Since you're not limited to a specific location, you have the opportunity to explore more options. Let's get in touch to discuss how this can expand your choices and help you find the perfect home. That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Continuing on our journey of student loans, we've got a Borrow Smart segment for you, brought to you by rsrstudentloanhelp.com, rsrstudentloanhelp.com. What loans are eligible for forgiveness? Ever find yourself in a twist trying to figure out which student loans are eligible for forgiveness? Well, I hear you. We're going to untangle that knot together. So, what student loans qualify for forgiveness? When we talk about student loans, keep in mind that not all loans are created equal, especially when it comes to forgiveness. Some are eligible, others, well, they stick around. So which ones do qualify? We're going to break it down. Federal student loans, that's the front runners. Front runners in this race are federal student loans. That includes direct loans, which come in both subsidized and subsidized flavors. Direct plus loans, yes, parents, yours count too. And direct consolidation loans. Perkins loans, a special case. Now, what about Perkins loans? Well, these guys need a little extra handling. They're eligible, but there's a catch. They have to be consolidated under the direct loan program. So they need a bit of a transformation before they can join the forgiveness party. Private loans, the outsiders. The private loans, the outsiders in this scenario, these typically do not qualify for federal forgiveness programs. Bummer, I know. For more detailed step-by-step guidance on student loans and the tricky path to forgiveness, hop on to rsrstudentloanhelp.com, rsrstudentloanhelp.com. We've got a treasure trove of resources to guide you towards a more secure financial future. Bottom line, don't let the student loan maze keep you up at night. Instead, keep listening to Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrstudentloanhelp.com. Let's sort through the complexities of student loan forgiveness together. Remember, knowledge is power. We're here to equip you with it. Subscribe now to our channels so that we make sure and get you all this information on a regular basis. And make sure to share this with your friends and family. There's 31 million people out there right now that have student loans of some sort in the federal program. Now, there's about 160 million workers in the U.S. So if my math is right, that's about right around 20%. 1 out of 5 people that are in the workforce have student loans. So if it's not you, who can you share this information with that might be able to benefit from this information? I'm just betting that you know somebody. And if you're willing to be kind and help, that would be great. Don't forget, we also did yesterday or earlier this week, we did a segment. I'm sorry, that's the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrstudentloanhelp.com, rsrstudentloanhelp.com. Took me a few days to get this posted. Josh got it to me, and I'm slow. But we did do a segment earlier this week, and bears repeating because I heard a lot of commentary I saw a lot of commentary online about this. RSR3PCTloan.com. RSR3PCTloan.com. It's kind of like percent, but I didn't want to spell the whole thing out. RSR3PCTloan.com. We actually go through and walk you through that individual that saying, you know something, I've got a 3% loan or a 3.5% loan or a 4% loan. Josh, you have to put on their loan, I think. RSR3PCTloan.com. Throw this at Josh right in the middle of his show so he doesn't have any time to prepare. There we go, RSR3PCTloan.com. So we walk you through a scenario because I know there's a lot of folks that are saying, you know, Ron, I've got a first mortgage that's below 4%. And I get it. I understand that. And they're saying, I don't want to get rid of that. I'm never going to get rid of that. Well, might be a little short-sighted. And I had a speaking engagement on Tuesday, and a CPA came up to me afterward and said, I'd never seen anybody present this like this. And it's really helpful because when we looked at the other debt that was involved in this household, and there was credit cards and all kinds of other debts involved. I think there was a car on there. Well, we took all these debts, and it really turned out that their household blended rate was over 6. So we do weighting, yes, because I know your mortgage is going to be a higher weighting than a credit card debt, but the credit card has a higher interest rate. So we don't just average interest rates in there. We weight them for you. So this one was over 6 was their household blended rate. And then we went the next step because they needed a bigger house. So we went that next step and we put in there the bigger house. And by the time we finished paying off all their debts, using some of their equity for the down payment, some for paying off the debts, they got their bigger house, and it only cost to go from a 3% mortgage or a 3.5% mortgage, I forgot what it is, to a 6.75. It only cost them an extra couple $100 a month. They were able to afford that. So I want you to be aware there are solutions out there. And we did this one for you. RSR3PCTloan.com. RSR3PCTloan.com. Obviously, PCT is for percentage if it's not coming through clear on the recording. RSR3PCTloan.com. So you can go and watch that whole recording, and it gives you all kinds of good information about what's going on there. Also, if you didn't catch us with Sarah Perkins yesterday, want to reiterate Sarah, ironically enough, one of Sarah's tips, and all I knew that she had some tips for us, was something we've shared with you many, many times. RSRCCpayment.com. RSRCCpayment.com. So bottom line there is that video that we did there, that's actually a show segment. Just like if you heard us, if you've been listening for a while this morning, you hear us do a real-time real estate segment, a Borrow Smart segment, and a Mortgage Minute. Well, we clip those out, those segments. We pull those out and put them into standalones for you so you can reference them without going through an entire broadcast. RSRCCpayment.com, we actually go through and show you some ninja ways of increasing your FICO score quickly. And it's basically because you're probably not paying your credit cards the right way. And yeah, I know that you say, well, I pay them in full. Well, if you pay them in full at the wrong time, it's costing you FICO points. So want to make sure that you're paying your credit card bills the right way. RSRCCpayment.com. RSRCCpayment.com. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, can credit repair companies remove collections? We'll talk about it. How public service loan forgiveness works. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at RonIsMyLender.com. That's RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. It's kind of funny. Just throw this in there. It doesn't really have any bearing for anybody but me. So every day when we get to this point of the broadcast, Josh is putting in there for me how much time we have left and how much I spoke too much in the earlier segments. Rarely do we ever get to a time when he sends me a note saying, we have the full allotment for the fourth segment. Never ever happens. So I guess we're doing okay today, Josh. Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report, and it is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has these solutions for you. And yes, that will get you to our friends over at Blue Water Credit. You register right on our landing page there, and we'll send your information, and Blue Water Credit will get you connected together. Can credit repair companies remove collections? Got the comprehensive information for you right here. Understanding credit repair and collections. Credit repair companies have become increasingly popular as more people seek ways to improve their credit scores. One common question that arises is, can credit repair companies remove collections? To answer this, we first need to understand what credit repair is and what collections entail. What is credit repair? Credit repair involves fixing poor credit standing that may have deteriorated for various reasons. Incorrect information on your credit report, identity theft, and late payments can all negatively impact your credit score. Credit repair companies are organizations that offer to improve your credit score in exchange for a fee. They do this by disputing errors on your credit report, negotiating with lenders on your behalf, and offering advice on how to improve your scores. Understanding collections. A collection account typically occurs when a debt goes unpaid for a long period. The original creditors, such as a credit card company or loan provider, may sell the debt to a collection agency, which will then attempt to recover the money. Having a collection account on your credit report can significantly lower your credit score. Can credit repair companies remove collections? The short answer is, it depends. If the collection account information is accurate, it's challenging to have it removed before the 7-year period that credit bureaus use. However, if the collection account is inaccurate, a credit repair company can dispute it, potentially leading to its removal. How do the credit repair companies work? Well, credit repair companies start by requesting your credit reports from each of the 3 major bureaus. They review these reports for negative items, including collections that could be hurting your score. If they find inaccurate information, they will dispute it on your behalf. The dispute process involves the credit repair company sending a letter to the credit bureau challenging the accuracy of the information. The bureau then has 30 days to investigate the dispute. If they find that the collection account is indeed inaccurate, incomplete, or cannot be verified, it must be removed. It's the law. The role of negotiation. In some cases, credit repair companies may negotiate with the collection agency. For instance, they might agree to pay debt in exchange for agency removing the collection account from your credit report. This is known as pay for delete. Conclusion, while credit repair companies can't remove accurate collection accounts, they can dispute inaccuracies. It's crucial to remember that maintaining a healthy credit score goes beyond just removing negative items. It involves making timely payments, reducing the amount of debt you owe, and applying for new credit only when necessary. As always, it's essential to do your research before working with a credit repair company to ensure they're reputable and can offer the services you need. Remember, improving your credit score is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires time, effort, and most importantly, a commitment to good financial habits. Make sure you're continuously listening to Ron Siegel Radio, because we're always giving you more information on these things, how you can actually help yourself, how you can help your scores. Remember the key to all of this. The key to all of credit restoration, as Sarah Perkins told us from Blue Water Credit yesterday, is the accuracy of the data. They're not going out there just putting a bogus claim that, it's not mine. That's false, fraudulent, inaccurate, and it'll probably get you flagged with the bureaus as being a frivolous reporter. There are a lot of laws on your side. The credit restoration companies, some of them know the laws. Our friends at Blue Water Credit definitely know the laws. So we want to make sure that you're listening and watching them, what they're telling you. They do a free consultation. They'll be able to tell you what they can do for your scores. So the bottom line is our friends over at Blue Water Credit, they are reputable. I've been working with them for many, many years now. So I've vetted them, and everything that I've seen to date has been remarkably fair, honest, good, whatever adjective you want to use. They do a really, really good job over at Blue Water Credit. So I want to make sure that you're getting the right information. And the key to what they do, it's real simple. They're not hitting that dumb button on the sites that are made to trick you and fool you. What they're doing is they're looking at the complete, accurate, and verifiability of every negative item on your report, knowing that if something's been on there for a long time, it's having a minimal effect. If it's something that's new, it's going to have more of an effect. So you want to make sure you're watching all of these things. That's the Your Credit Matters segment brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Continuing our journey on student loans, Borrow Smart segment brought to you by RSRStudentLoanHelp.com. RSRStudentLoanHelp.com. Borrow Smart, Josh. StudentLoanHelp.com. So, how public service loan forgiveness works. There is a mystery to this. You might know me from the radio show or from our social channels, where we talk about everything that affects the roof over your head or your bank account. Today, I wanted to demystify the concept of public student loan forgiveness, PSLF. If you've been swimming in the deep end of student loan debt, this might be the life raft you've been looking for. What is public service loan forgiveness? Simply put, the PSLF is a federal program that forgives the remaining balance on your direct loans after you've made 120 qualifying payments under a qualifying repayment plan while working full-time for a qualifying employer. I know that's a mouthful. Don't worry, we're going to break it down for you. Are you eligible? Before you start planning your debt-free party, let's see if you qualify. Do you work full-time for a government or not-for-profit organization? Have you made 120 payments already? I wonder if the deferral period counts. You got to check on that because it might. Are these payments made under a qualifying repayment plan? If you're nodding along, you might just be eligible. What's the fine print? Bear in mind, not all federal student loans are eligible for PSLF, and not all payments count toward the 120 needed. It's crucial to get acquainted with the specifics. I've learned the devil is often in the details in the financial world. Check out RSRStudentLoanHelp.com, where we've compiled a whole bunch of useful information on the topic. Your game plan. Start by submitting a PSLF form to ensure your work qualifies. If it does, then get your loans on an income-driven repayment plan. Then make those 120 qualifying payments consistently. Now, I'm going to recommend, because I like the way it works, talk to our friends. Go to RSRStudentLoanHelp.com. We're going to put you in touch with our partners at LoanSense. I have no interest in the company. I just have watched what they're doing for the last few years. LoanSense has the solutions. There may be a way. Yes, they do charge a retainer. And if you're doing your documentation properly and want to save the maximum amount of money, you're going to file the form every year. I'm going to show you, if you get in touch with us, how maybe your first year's retainer is going to come back to you from a gift card from Ron Siegel Radio. Bottom line, PSLF just might be your ticket out of student loan debt, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Always remember, education is power, and knowing the nitty-gritty details can save you a whole world of stress. Got questions or want more insights into home loans, finance, or just about anything else that affects your wallet? Make sure you're tuning in regularly right at this time, Ron Siegel Radio. You can always follow us on our KMET show, weekdays, 6 p.m. AM. It's at the ABC News and Talk Network at KMET. Again, that is weekdays, 6 to 7 p.m. All about helping you navigate the complex world of finance, one chat at a time. After all, your home and bank account matter. Make sure you do all that fancy stuff. Hit thumbs up, like, subscribe, bell, all that other good stuff, so that you're helping us out with the algorithm so we can get more information to you. We've been doing this since 2010, giving you as much cool, free guidance as we can, bringing in some people all the time. So just throw that out there for you. That is the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by RSR StudentLoanHelp.com. RSR StudentLoanHelp.com. If you're thinking about buying that new house, don't forget we've got the Home Buyer's Guide, RSRHPG.com. RSRHPG.com. And if you're wanting information about where the mortgage rates are, every weekday morning, as long as it's not a holiday, we're putting out a market minute. You can go to rsrmarketminute.com to subscribe to that. rsrmarketminute.com. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Over the limit, I'd like to call him something. I think I'll just